So for today, I went through the documents for transaction controls. Last day, I had been reading the documents on access controls and access model control elements, and then half of the transaction models. Today, I read a lot about the uh, features that we can use in transaction models. So there are three kinds of filters that we use, which is standard filter, function filter, and pattern filter. Got to know what pattern filter is and how can we use it. Even for function filter, I had a basic idea, but then it got very clear after reading about it and implementing it in the system, and implementing basically, but testing for it in the system. And then I learned about transaction business objects and how do they work. So these were certain things that in reading about transaction business. The next thing that I learned was FRC. Yes, I have started with FRC. So FRC is basically a documenting module where we record, where the organizations record their business processes, and it helps basically to have a hierarchy or structure in the organization. So for each business process, basically there are number of risks which can be documented, and for each risk, or let's say to mitigate each risk, the organization defines control. And these controls help or follow these steps that the organization will follow to mitigate those risks. Now, assessments are basically used to assess these controls, risks, processes, and everything, and so that ensuring that everything is being with these controls are being run periodically and they are in place. And if the controls have become outdated, then we have to update those controls with time. So assessments are with that. So today I also learned about perspectives. So perspectives are used to catalog different object records. It can be process records, um, a risk object record, and control object record, and so on. So perspective is basically documenting in a hierarchical manner certain requirements. So the types that we can use are these particular ones. For example, let's say business process, so we can define perspective hierarchy within a business process in an organization as well. Let's say if I click on organization and if I click the um, create button. And if I go with TRP and if I say okay, then I can define TRP. And if I click again, then there will be a sub like child node of TRP, which will be, let's say, India business unit, and then let's say UK business unit, and so on. And I can define other sub nodes or sub child nodes like below India or London or UK business unit, and so on. So this is what I have been learning under FRC, and I have been also trying to create. I've started creating a dashboard for risk management, so that's something that I've been doing. And here I will be creating an analysis where I'm taking the count of incidents and the status. So I will be creating a pie chart here, which will be showing the different statuses of the incidents. And if I click on that particular area of the pie chart, it will direct us to the detailed analysis. This I will be. This is my idea of the first dashboard that will be created.